some universities have stood the test of time, shaping minds for generations, from ancient institutions that sparked the Renaissance to schools that remain pillars of learning today. Join me, I'm going to count down 15 of the oldest universities in the world. Starting with number 15, the University of Bologna. The University of Bologna holds the distinction of being the oldest continually operating university in the world, with origins dating back to 1088 CE. Situated in Bologna, Italy, it served as a beacon of higher learning for over 9 centuries. Its foundational role in shaping the modern university system makes it a cornerstone of global academia. Its beginnings were rooted in the initiative of students who formed collective associations known as Universitas Scholarium. These groups were established to ensure their protection under city laws while also enabling them to hire teachers for instruction in disciplines such as law, liberal arts, theology, and notarial studies. By the late 12th century, these associations evolved into a more structured institution. The process of this transformation culminated in 1158 when Holy Roman Emperor Frederick I Barbarossa issued the Authentica Habita, a charter that granted the university significant privileges. This charter marked an early recognition of academic freedom, and it cemented the University of Bologna's place in education history. Governance at the University of Bologna was uniquely student-driven in its early years. Students had the authority to hire and dismiss professors, dictate their pay, and influence the curriculum. Through mechanisms such as student councils and committees, they maintained strict oversight of the teaching process, even fining professors for failing to complete their courses or adhere to agreed-upon standards. Over time, though, this dynamic shifted as the city of Bologna began funding the university through tax revenues, transitioning it into one of the first publicly chartered universities. The university also broke significant ground in promoting inclusivity and advancing the role of women in academia. In the 13th century, Patizia Gozzadini became the first woman to earn a university degree and teach at the institution. In the 18th century, Laura Brassi furthered this legacy by becoming the first woman in the world to earn a doctorate in science and hold a salaried professorship. These milestones highlight the progressive role the University of Bologna played in challenging societal norms and expanding access to education. During the Italian Renaissance, it became a hub for scientific inquiry, educating luminaries such as Nicholas Copernicus, whose revolutionary heliocentric model reshaped the understanding of the cosmos. The university's commitment to excellence has endured, and today it remains a major institution, enrolling over 90,000 students across 11 schools and 33 departments. Its academic offerings span disciplines from law and medicine to engineering and the arts, with programs structured to align with modern European standards. Number 14. The University of Salamanca. The University of Salamanca, located in Salamanca, Spain, of course, is among the oldest universities in the world, and it holds the title of the oldest in the Hispanic world. Founded in 1134 CE as a Studium Generale, it became a formal university in 1218 under the patronage of King Alfonso IX of Leon. Its establishment played a pivotal role in advancing higher education in Europe during the Middle Ages and beyond. The university's status was solidified with a royal charter from King Alfonso X in 1254, which organized its structure and funding, and a papal bull from Pope Alexander IV in 1255 granting universal recognition to its degrees. This elevated Salamanca to an elite academic institution during the Middle Ages, attracting scholars from across Europe. Salamanca became a cornerstone of the Spanish Renaissance, fostering debates on ethics, law, and governance. The School of Salamanca, rooted in the university, was instrumental in addressing the morality of Spain's colonialization of the New World and advancing international law. Its mathematicians contributed to the Gregorian calendar reform, and its scholars, while skeptical of Columbus's calculations, supported the exploration of unknown territories. The university peaked in the 16th century with an enrollment of about 6,500 students annually. It also was ahead of its time in allowing women to attend, with Beatriz Galindo and Luisa de Madrano among the first female students and professors in Europe. However, Salamanca also endured some challenges, including the destruction of its Colegios Mayores by Napoleonic troops and the political suppression of key faculties during the 19th century. And then here's this peculiar aspect of Salamanca's history, is its association with sorcery and the occult. Local legends tie the university to a supposed school of black magic, allegedly located in a cave. This site, referred to in folklore as a gathering place for the study of the dark arts, contributed to Salamanca's mystique. However, today the university is a vibrant research university with over 30,000 students from around the world. It's a leader in linguistic studies, particularly in Spanish language instruction for non-native speakers, and it maintains renowned research centers such as the Cancer Research Center and the Institute of Neuroscience of Castile and Leon. It remains a significant cultural and intellectual hub, celebrated for its rich history, academic contributions, and enduring allure of its legendary past. Number 13. The University of Padua. The University of Padua, established in 1222, is one of the oldest universities in the world and the second oldest in Italy, following the University of Bologna. Its foundation was driven by a group of students and professors seeking greater academic freedom, known as Libertas Scholastica. Initially, it was based in Vicenza. The university moved to Padua permanently and quickly established itself as a center for intellectual rigor. By 1399, it had been divided into specialized facilities including civil and canon law and arts and sciences. Medicine became a prominent subject around 1250, eventually earning international renown. The institution's Latin motto, Universia Universis Patavina Libertas, underscores its commitment to intellectual independence. The university adopted a distinctive organizational model, dividing students into nations based on their geographic origins. Cismontanes for Italians and Ultramontanes for those beyond the Alps. This system fostered a sense of community and representation in the governance of the institution. It also played a pivotal role in scientific discoveries and medical advancements. It hosted luminaries like Nicolaus Copernicus, who studied here before revolutionizing astronomy, and Galileo Galilei, who served as a faculty member and conducted groundbreaking experiments. The university's anatomical theater, built in 1595, remains the oldest surviving permanent structure of its kind and symbolized Padua's leading role in the study of human anatomy. Andreas Vesalius, often considered the father of modern anatomy, published De Humani Corporis Fabrica while teaching here, spurring the construction of anatomical theaters across Europe. The university's botanical garden, established in 1545, is one of the oldest in the world and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. These innovations exemplify its enduring legacy in promoting inclusivity and scientific inquiry. Number 12. The University of Cambridge. The University of Cambridge, established in 1209 CE, is the third oldest university in continuous operation globally. Its origins trace back to a dispute in Oxford, where scholars fled to Cambridge following tensions with local townspeople. Cambridge, already a hub of ecclesiastical scholarship due to its proximity to Ely Cathedral, provided fertile ground for these scholars to form a new academic institution. By 1225, Cambridge had appointed its first chancellor, and in 1231, King Henry III granted it a royal charter. This recognition gave the university significant autonomy, including the right to self-govern and determine rents within the town. Further legitimization came in 1318, when Pope John XXII issued a papal bull confirming its status as a Stadium Generale, attracting scholars from across Europe. Cambridge's collegiate system began in 1284 with the founding of Peterhouse, its first college. Today, the university comprises 31 autonomous colleges, each managing its own policies, admissions, and governance. The colleges are central to Cambridge's educational model, emphasizing small group supervisions, one of the university's distinguishing features, where students receive intensive personalized instruction. Cambridge has over 150 departments, faculties, and institutions organized into 6 schools. It also manages Cambridge University Press and Assessment, a global academic publishing powerhouse with annual revenues exceeding £1 billion. The university's library system includes 116 libraries holding around 16 million books, with the Cambridge University Library being one of the largest academic libraries in the world. Having said all that, the University of Cambridge has profoundly influenced science, literature, politics, and other fields. Its alumni and affiliates have received 124 Nobel Prizes. That's an example of its impact on global intellectual progress. Figures like Isaac Newton, Charles Darwin, Stephen Hawking, Alan Turing, and Sylvia Plath are just a few of its distinguished alumni. Number 11. The University of Naples Federico II. The University of Naples Federico II, founded in 1224 by Emperor Frederick II of the Holy Roman Empire and the King of Sicily, is among the world's oldest universities in continuous operation. Frederick II established the university to create a local institution for educating administrative professionals, judges, and legal experts, eliminating the need for students from the Kingdom of Sicily to travel abroad, particularly to Bologna, for education. The university was formally inaugurated on June 5, 1224. Frederick II envisioned it as a political project to strengthen the administration of his kingdom while fostering cultural growth. Located in Naples, a city chosen for its position and vibrant intellectual climate, the university initially focused on law, liberal arts, medicine, and theology. Now, unlike other institutions of its time, professors here were salaried by the state, and deserving students could access financial assistance, a novel concept for the era. Naples' location as a maritime hub also played a critical role in its early success. The emperor also mandated that citizens of the kingdom attend the university, barring them from enrolling in foreign institutions under the penalty of fines or corporal punishment. From 1265 to 1443, the structure remained stable. But under Aragonese rule, it experienced closures and reopenings due to political turmoil. From the 16th century onward, the university faced challenges like economic instability and the ecclesiastical interference, with professors required to swear allegiance to the Catholic doctrine. Well, despite the obstacles, the university continued to evolve, relocating in 1616 to the Palazzo dei Regi Studi, now the National Archaeological Museum of Naples. Today, the university remains a major academic institution, enrolling over 90,000 students and hosting 26 departments across a wide array of disciplines. It collaborates internally with research institutions and maintains a robust focus of innovation, including initiatives like the Apple iOS Developer Academy and the Cisco Digital Transformations Lab. Over its nearly 800-year history, the university has produced a remarkable array of alumni, including Thomas Aquinas, the influential Catholic theologian and philosopher, taught theology at the university in the 13th century. Italian presidents Enrico de Nicola, Giovanni Leone, and Giorgio Napolitano, and prominent scholars and leaders like philosopher Benedetto Croce, CEO Fabrizio Freda, and multiple mayors of Naples. Number 10. The University of Toulouse. Founded in 1229 CE, the University of Toulouse stands as one of the earliest universities in Europe, deeply entwined with the political and religious history of the time. Established as part of the Treaty of Paris, which ended the Albigensian Crusade, the university was initially intended to promote Orthodox Catholic doctrine and suppress heretical beliefs in the region. Over the centuries, it grew into a significant center of learning, encompassing a wide range of disciplines. This early focus on theology laid the foundation for the institution, which drew renowned scholars from the period. Initially located in the heart of Toulouse, the university shared space with the predecessors of modern student residences, known as colleges, providing both academic instruction and housing. As the centuries progressed, the university expanded beyond theology, adding faculties of law and medicine to its curriculum. Its reputation began to grow, making it a vital center for intellectual pursuits in medieval France. However, the French Revolution brought a dramatic shift. In 1793, amid sweeping reforms and anti-clerical sentiment of the Revolution, the university was suppressed. It remained dormant until 1896, when it was re-established as part of the broader reorganization of French higher education. The 20th century brought further changes. In 1969, the original university was divided into 3 separate institutions, each focusing on distinct academic disciplines. Toulouse I Capitole University specialized in law, economics, and political science. The University of Toulouse Jean Jaurès became known for its focus on arts, humanities, and social sciences. And Toulouse III Paul Sabatier University concentrated on science and technology. This restructuring reflected a trend across France to modernize and streamline higher education, ensuring institutions could better meet the demands of a rapidly changing world. This structure evolved further in January of 2023, when the consortium was rebranded as the University of Toulouse. Today, it has over 107,000 students, including 4,500 doctoral candidates, and operates with a mission to elevate the global profile of Toulouse's higher education system. Over time, the institution has served as a reflection of the broader transformations in French society, from its medieval origins to its modern incarnation as a major place of higher learning. Number 9. The University of Coimbra. The University of Coimbra is one of the oldest universities in the world with a rich and layered history that stretches back over 7 centuries. Founded in 1290 by King Dinis of Portugal, the university originally took shape in Lisbon under the name Studium Generale and received papal confirmation in the same year. However, due to conflicts between the city of Lisbon and the students, it moved to Coimbra in 1308, a city already known for its academic traditions. In 1537, it found a permanent home in Coimbra, where it remains to this day. It holds a significant place in the academic world, contributing greatly to the intellectual and cultural development of the Portuguese-speaking world. The university's influence has been so profound that UNESCO declared it a World Heritage Site in 2013, recognizing its historic architecture, vibrant traditions, and role in shaping education over the centuries. The contemporary University of Coimbra comprises 8 faculties that offer bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees across a broad spectrum of disciplines. With an enrollment of over 25,000 students, including a sizable portion of international students, it is considered one of Portugal's most cosmopolitan universities. UC's alumni list reads like a who's who of Portugal's intellectual and cultural history. Among its most famous figures is Luís de Camões, Portugal's national poet, who studied here. The university is unique not just for its academic contributions, but also for the student life it fosters. The Academic Association of Coimbra, the student union founded in 1887, plays a central role in their culture. Students at UC participate in various cultural and sports activities ranging from theater and music to rowing and athletics. One of the most notable traditions is the burning of the ribbons, which marks the ends of a student's academic journey. This event is accompanied by a parade. Each faculty is represented by its own distinct color, such as red for law and yellow for medicine. Another key aspect of Coimbra's life is the praxe, a set of rules and customs that govern student behavior. These traditions, often seen as controversial, include hazing practices and academic ceremonies that have been part of the university for centuries. Though some aspects of the praxe have been criticized, it remains a defining feature of Coimbra's academic culture. Students wear a distinctive black suit and cape during special occasions, a tradition that's been adopted by other Portuguese universities. Number 8. Charles University. Founded in 1348, Charles University is the oldest university in Central Europe and one of the oldest in the world still in operation. Established by Emperor Charles IV, it holds the distinction of being the first university north of the Alps and east of Paris. Initially, the university was heavily influenced by the University of Paris, drawing inspiration from its 4 faculties, including theology. Today, Charles University is a modern institution with 17 faculties across Prague and other Czech cities, maintaining its long legacy in both the sciences and humanities. The origins of the university date back to 1347, when Pope Clement VI issued a papal bull to establish the university in Prague. Emperor Charles IV followed with a decree granting the institution special privileges in 1348, officially founding the university. It was then divided into several nations representing different regions and ethnic groups, with the Bohemian nation consisting largely of Czechs and surrounding Slavic peoples. By 1366, it had founded the Carolinum, its first college. In the 15th century, the university became a center of the Hussite movement under Jan Hus, a professor and reformer, which led to tensions with the Catholic Church. The university's influence in the region fluctuated a bit, particularly during the Hussite Wars, when its faculties were significantly reduced. Despite the challenges, though, Charles University continued to thrive in the 16th century, expanding with the addition of new faculties and seeing its role grow within both Catholic and Protestant academic circles. The university was involved in various historical events, including the 30 Years' War, where it was temporarily divided, and later in the 19th century during the rise of Czech nationalism. Over the centuries, though, Charles University has produced significant contributions to fields like law, theology, and the sciences. In the 14th century, it was instrumental in spreading the ideas of John Wycliffe and was involved in the early reforms of the Catholic Church. Later, it became a center for both Czech and German intellectuals. Charles University has got a rich tradition of alumni who have shaped history, including astronomer Tycho Brahe, philosopher John Hus, and writer Franz Kafka. Other notable figures include Emil Holub, the explorer, and Václav Havel, the former president of Czechoslovakia and the Czech Republic. Moving on to number 7, Jagiellonian University. The Jagiellonian University, located in Krakow, Poland, stands as one of the oldest significant institutions of higher learning in the world. Founded in 1364 by King Casimir III the Great, it's not only the oldest university in Poland, but one of the oldest in Europe that remains in continuous operation. The founding of the university was prompted by King Casimir III's recognition that Poland needed an educated class to improve its legal systems and administrative practices. Pope Urban V granted permission to establish a university in Krakow, and the royal charter was issued on May 12, 1364. However, its early years were fraught with challenges. After Casimir III's death, the university struggled with funding, and lectures were held in makeshift locations such as professors' homes and churches. It wasn't until the late 14th century under Queen Jadwiga of Poland that the university began to flourish. In 1399, she helped secure funds for the purchase of a building to house the institution, and it grew rapidly in the following centuries. Notable alumni include Pope John Paul II, who was educated at the university and later returned as a professor, King John III Sobieski, who led Poland to victory against the Ottoman Empire at the Battle of Vienna, and several Nobel laureates, including Ivo Andrić, Wisława Szymborska, and Czesław Miłosz. Throughout its history, though, the university has endured numerous periods of hardship, including during the partitions of Poland under Nazi and Soviet occupations. Notably, in 1939, following the Nazi invasion of Poland, many professors were arrested in what became known as the Sonderaktion Krakow. The university was closed during the war and it didn't reopen until 1945. The post-war period under communist rule presented new challenges, with government interference in academia, but the university persevered. In the late 20th and early 21st centuries, the university experienced significant modernization and expansion. The university's faculty grew, and its research initiatives became globally recognized. The 600th anniversary campus opened in the early 2000s, helping to address growing demands for research facilities and housing. Today, the university is home to over 35,000 students and 4,000 staff, and it remains a central part of Krakow's cultural and academic landscape. Number 6. The University of Vienna. The University of Vienna, founded in 1365, is one of the oldest universities in Europe and the oldest in the German-speaking world. It was established by Duke Randolph IV, making it a key institution in the development of European higher education. Though its founding predates other prestigious universities, the university has continued to thrive through the centuries of political, social, and academic upheaval. Today, it remains one of the largest universities in Europe, offering a wide array of disciplines. Located in Vienna, Austria, the University of Vienna's original foundation was ratified by Pope Urban V in 1384, following initial setbacks in 1365 due to political pressure. Over time, it became a central institution in the Holy Roman Empire, attracting students from across Europe. The curriculum initially focused on theology, law, and the arts, and it expanded during the Renaissance to include a vast array of subjects. Throughout the centuries, the university has experienced significant transformations. For example, the Jesuit order took control in the mid-1500s, and its influence persisted until the 18th century. Empress Maria Theresa played a key role in the 18th century by modernizing the institution and making it more inclusive. Women were allowed to enroll in 1897, and by the mid-20th century, all departments opened their doors to female students. Today, the University of Vienna has 18 faculties, a large number of which focus on the humanities, social sciences, and law, though it's made significant contributions to natural sciences as well. Its faculty includes 17 Nobel laureates, including some of the most significant scientific minds in history, such as Erwin Schrödinger and Friedrich Hayek. The university is also home to distinguished scholars like Sigmund Freud and Ludwig Boltzmann. And the university also has one of the largest academic libraries in Austria, with over 4.3 million volumes. That's a collection that's grown significantly since its inception in the 14th century. Number 5. The University of Paris. The University of Paris, one of the oldest and most prestigious academic institutions in the world, was established around 1150 CE. It began as a student-teacher corporation linked to the Cathedral School of Paris, an educational institution tied to the Notre Dame Cathedral. Over the next century, the university rapidly gained recognition, and in 1200, King Philip II officially chartered it, with further papal recognition from Pope Innocent III in 1215. Known primarily by its association with the Sorbonne, the theological college founded by Robert de Sorbonne in 1257, the University of Paris became a beacon for excellence, particularly in theology, philosophy, and the humanities. The University of Paris made significant contributions to academic traditions that persist, such as the introduction of doctoral degrees, a formal curriculum, and the concept of student nations. Its curriculum was rooted in the teachings of the Catholic Church, with students required to follow ecclesiastical law rather than civil laws of France. Well, that led to tensions between the city of Paris and the student body, as students often engaged in disruptive behaviors with little legal recourse from the authorities. The university produced 3 popes, Innocent III, Celestine II, and Adrian IV, and countless intellectuals and thinkers who helped shape Western thought. Famous alumni include literary figures such as T.S. Eliot and groundbreaking scientists like Marie Curie, whose pioneering work in radioactivity won her 2 Nobel Prizes. Despite its influence, though, the university faced significant turmoil during the French Revolution. In 1793, the institution was closed and its assets were seized and sold off. This period of upheaval led to the creation of a new educational framework, the University of France, in 1806, which divided the old university into separate faculties. However, the legacy of the University of Paris took another turn in 1968, following widespread student protests and civil unrest. In the wake of these protests, the university was divided into 13 autonomous institutions in 1970. These institutions included the Sorbonne University and Panthéon-Sorbonne University, each carrying forward the legacy of the Sorbonne and the University of Paris in its own distinct ways. Today, while the University of Paris no longer exists as a single entity, its influence continues through these separate institutions. Number 4. Complutense University of Madrid. The Complutense University of Madrid is one of the oldest and most prestigious universities in the world, with a rich history that stretches back to 1293. Over the centuries, it became one of Spain's leading academic centers, influencing not only Spanish society but also Europe and the wider world. In 1499, it was officially recognized by Pope Alexander VI through a papal bull, granting it university status and renaming it Universitas Complutaris after the ancient Roman settlement of Complutum. Despite its early success, the university underwent some relocation in 1836 when Queen Regent Maria Cristina moved it to Madrid, transforming it into the Central University. This relocation marked the beginning of the modern era for the university, though its roots remain deeply entwined with Spain's cultural and intellectual heritage. In 1970, it officially became the Complutense University of Madrid, continuing to build on its reputation for academic excellence. In 1923, it awarded Albert Einstein an honorary doctorate, a notable event in the university's history that highlighted its global academic standing. Complutense has also been a hub for intellectual and political developments in Spain, with its alumni playing critical roles in the country's political landscape. Its proximity to the Spanish government and other key institutions has allowed for strong ties between academia and policy. The university also made strides in the 20th century in the field of architecture. In 1927, King Alfonso XIII oversaw the creation of the University City of Madrid, a massive expansion that included the design of innovative buildings, many of which survive as part of Complutense's historic campus. These buildings are known for their functional, modernist design, influenced by the German Bauhaus movement. In addition to its academic and historical prestige, Complutense offers a lively campus environment with over 100 student organizations, sports teams, and cultural activities. The university also has a strong reputation in the arts, with alumni such as filmmaker Alejandro Amenabar and philosopher Umberto Eco, contributing to its legacy of intellectual and creative achievement. Number 3. The University of Oxford. This university, located in Oxford, England, is one of the oldest and most prestigious universities in the world. While its exact founding date remains uncertain, teaching at Oxford is believed to have existed as early as 1096, making it the oldest university in the English-speaking world. Its rise as an educational institution accelerated after 1167 when King Henry II banned English students from attending the University of Paris, prompting many scholars to turn to Oxford. By the 13th century, Oxford was firmly established as a center for learning, with its growth further fueled by a split in 1209 when Oxford academics, following disputes with the local townspeople, fled northeast to establish the University of Cambridge. Today, these two institutions, often referred to collectively as Oxbridge, share many similarities and are among the most respected educational centers globally. The university is a collegiate institution made up of 43 constituent colleges, 4 permanent private halls, and several academic departments. Now, unlike many universities, Oxford lacks a central campus. Instead, its colleges and facilities are scattered throughout the city of Oxford, with each college functioning as a self-governing entity. This decentralized system of self-governance distinguishes Oxford from most other major universities, giving it a unique character and culture. The university boasts 73 Nobel laureates, numerous field medalists, and Turing Award winners, further cementing its global reputation for academic excellence. Alumni also span the worlds of literature, science, business, politics, and the arts, with authors like J.R.R. Tolkien, Oscar Wilde, and T.S. Eliot, as well as leaders like Bill Clinton and Aung San Suu Kyi, count themselves among Oxford's distinguished graduates. Oxford's academic structure includes a distinctive tutorial system where students engage in one-on-one or small group sessions with tutors, allowing for an intimate, highly personalized approach to education. Oxford offers a wide range of programs from the humanities and social sciences to physical sciences and medicine, and continues to attract top-tier students from around the world. Oxford is known for its rich set of traditions and customs. One well-known tradition is trashing, where students are doused in flour, confetti, and other substances following their final exams. The university also requires students to wear academic dress for certain formal occasions, including examinations and ceremonies. Additionally, the annual rowing competition between Oxford and Cambridge, known as the Boat Race, is a globally recognized event drawing millions of viewers. Number 2. Alazar University. Founded between 970 and 972 CE, Alazar University is one of the oldest continuously operating universities in the world. Situated in Cairo, Egypt, it was initially established as an Islamic school by the Fatimid Caliphate. Originally a mosque, Al-Azhar's primary mission was to educate students in the field of Islamic theology, law, logic, grammar, and other subjects crucial to the understanding of the Quran and the practices of Islam. Al-Azhar's journey from a modest madrasa to a major center of higher learning spans over a millennium. The university initially focused on Islamic studies, primarily teaching students the Quran, Islamic law, and philosophy. By the late 19th century, Al-Azhar had become the leading center of Islamic education in the Sunni world. During the Ottoman era, it gained substantial influence in the Muslim world, and by the mid-19th century, it surpassed Istanbul as the capital of the Sunni legal expertise. In 1961, Al-Azhar was restructured to include modern secular disciplines such as medicine, engineering, business, and economics, marking a major shift towards becoming a full-fledged university. This transformation solidified Al-Azhar's place as one of the most influential educational institutions in Egypt and the Islamic world. Some of the most influential thinkers in Islamic history were either educated at or closely associated with Al-Azhar. These include prominent Islamic scholar and reformer Muhammad Abduh, whose work in modernizing Islamic thought still influences many Islamic institutions today. Al-Azhar's reputation extends beyond its academic stature. It has over 4,000 affiliated teaching institutes across Egypt and continues to hold a pivotal role in shaping Islamic scholarship. The university's library houses millions of rare manuscripts, many of which are now being digitized and made available online, ensuring its intellectual legacy is preserved for future generations. Number 1. The University of Al-Qarawiyyin. The University of Al-Qarawiyyin, located in Fez in Morocco, holds the distinction of being the oldest continually operating educational institution in the world. Founded in 859 CE by Fatima al-Fihri, a woman from a wealthy family of Tunisian origin, it began as a mosque and evolved into a major center for learning, particularly in the fields of Islamic theology, law, and science. The origins of Al-Qarawiyyin are rooted in the early days of the Idrisid dynasty in Morocco. Fez, the city where the university stands, was a focal point for both spiritual and intellectual life, and Al-Qarawiyyin became the intellectual heart for the region. Fatima al-Fihri, having inherited a considerable fortune from her father, used the wealth to fund the construction of a mosque that would serve as a place of worship and study. Over time, the mosque became an influential madrasa, a traditional Islamic school, and later grew into a leading institution for higher learning. It wasn't until after World War II and a restructuring in 1963 that Al-Qarawiyyin formally adopted the title of university, aligning it with modern academic frameworks. This transformation was completed in 1965 when the institution was officially renamed the University of Al-Qarawiyyin. While its legacy as an educational institution is well documented, its architectural and cultural significance also stands out. The mosque that forms the core of the university is a stunning example of Moroccan and Islamic architecture. Over the centuries, the building's undergone numerous renovations and expansions, incorporating elements from various dynasties, each leaving its mark on the structure. But what sets it apart from other historical universities is its ability to adapt over time while maintaining its historical roots. Unlike European universities, which developed under a specific set of academic traditions and structures, Al-Qarawiyyin operated under a different system of learning, characterized by flexible study durations, an informal curriculum, and lack of formal examinations. Despite the lack of a rigid academic system, this university played a crucial role in the transmission and preservation of knowledge across generations. Today, the university continues to thrive as a modern institution, attracting students from around the world. While its traditional methods of teaching are still practiced, the university has evolved to meet the demands of contemporary education. Its continuous operation for over 1,100 years makes it a unique institution in the world and one that's contributed significantly to the advancement of knowledge in various fields. Thanks for watching, everybody. School's out. I'll see you next time. Thank you to our channel members.